coverage comes back today to major US airline American Airlines, which does continue to make various schedule changes. Although, what I should say is these schedule changes today are not all for the better, with several international routes being cut, and these adjustments have all been labelled as significant. So, let's not waste any longer and dive into some of the many changes being made at the American carrier. Around about 7 flights will officially be adjusted or removed from the airline's schedule moving forward. What I will do is provide you with the updates regarding when these flights will be resuming if we do have them, or just simply when they will be cut. Dallas-Fort Worth to Beijing-Daxing International Airport will be resuming in the summer of 2023, alongside a Seattle to Shanghai service. Of course, though, for these two services, at the moment, it is very, very tough to justify having these operations resume, and this is given the lockdowns of cities that seem to be never-ending. Of course, we can take a look at what has been ongoing with Cathay Pacific, just as a perfect way to see that probably American Airlines relaunching these services now wouldn't be the best decision, and would probably leave the routes providing more losses than profits ultimately. Dallas-Fort Worth to Ben Gurion Airport, located in Tel Aviv, will also be suspended. Seattle to Kempagawa, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, is also being removed, alongside Dallas-Fort Worth to George Chavez International Airport. Finally, JFK to Alfonso Bonilla Aragon International Cali Airport is being suspended from the 3rd of November this year. Hopefully I've pronounced all those airports correctly, but given my Australian pronunciation, no matter the amount of times I listen to pronunciation recordings, I still probably mess it up. So my deepest apologies if I have done so. As you can see, these are quite the changes being made to the international network, and there are quite a few reasons for this, and I will be exploring those. Firstly, we have the Boeing 787, which has been a consistent focus here on the YouTube channel for some time, and you should be able to head back and view some older videos to see how the delays in deliveries that came from quality assurance problems left Boeing unable to deliver aircraft, and it did impact American Airlines, as the 787 is a crucial part of their operations. They basically had not concluded deliveries for the plane from their order book before these deliveries were suspended. In February, the carrier did announce the suspension of several services, citing at that time these same delays to the Boeing 787 program as some of the reasons why they were suspending the routes. This was reported directly by the ever-reputable Wall Street Journal, and then further reaffirmed through a press release by American Airlines themselves. Notably, alongside the routes being cut from their operations, the airline will also be shifting its service from Auckland, with a focus now on having that service originate from Dallas-Fort Worth rather than Los Angeles. It is not the first route that has been cut from Los Angeles, as the international operations at the airline, through having a look back at recent years, have seen several long-haul flights be cut or simply shifted to other locations in the United States of America. The service to Auckland, I just wanted to mention as well, continues to remain a seasonal operation. It will recommence on the 29th of October this year, before eventually concluding on the 25th of March 2023. That is for the summer season in Auckland, and therefore the winter schedule in the United States, if there even is a winter. It would definitely be wrong of me also to only mention the Boeing 787 as the catalyst for some of these routes being removed or adjusted. While it does play a big part, the airline also has cut several services because they believe there has not been enough demand to warrant the flights operating. It's all part of American Airlines' ultimate goal of recovering from the global pandemic, and it does mean that the carrier needs to ensure that these services they wish to continue operating are profitable. If they're not profitable, well, there's simply no sense in continuing the flights if they cannot justify it. That is pretty self-explanatory, and something I'm sure you all understand very well. Basic business practice, if you will. That's going to conclude today's update on American Airlines. Some big changes, with several routes being suspended, delayed, deferred to a different airport. Lots of changes to the schedule, and it's not the first time with this airline, and it probably will not be the last. If you have any thoughts, or if one of the routes directly impacts you because maybe you're located in the end destination, you can let me know down in the comments your thoughts. Otherwise, thanks very much for taking the time to watch this video here on the channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you enjoyed, and I will indeed see you next time.